Let's be honest, you're watching this video because at some point you probably thought that you could support yourself financially by gambling. Maybe you convinced yourself that gambling was your only way out. It was your shot at freedom from a regular life, a regular job, or the key to finally living the life you've always wanted. But here's the reality. Gambling is not a way to make money. If you're treating it as such, chances are you're already developing or have developed a gambling addiction. And I get it. Maybe you've had some big wins before. Maybe they were huge wins. It might feel like you've got this under control, like you're one smart bet away from the life that you deserve. But let me break down why this mindset is a trap and why gambling over time will always take more than it gives. Before anything else, you need to understand this. I'm in recovery from gambling addiction myself, and my name's Joe. My last bet was April 16th, 2024. I make videos like this because I don't want to see you make the same mistakes that I did. If you want to avoid going down that path, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos I put out about this terrible disease. Let's start with addressing the big elephant in the room. Those wins that you've had, maybe you've hit a jackpot, maybe a sports bet went your way. For a moment, you just probably felt untouchable, but let's be real. Have those wins actually changed your life? Or have they just fueled the belief that you're on the brink of something even bigger? The truth is, those wins aren't proof that you're good at gambling. They're designed to keep you in the game. Casinos, sports books, online gambling platforms, they want you to win just enough to stay hooked. But the longer you play, the more the odds are stacked against you. And that leads to the first hard truth: the house always wins. Most of us know that, but we don't necessarily believe it. Every gambling platform, whether it's a casino or a betting app, is built with the same goal: to make the casino money, not you. Vegas wasn't built on winners. The odds are rigged in their favor. And no matter how much you think you've figured out the system, the math never lies. Over time, you will lose. Let me spell it out using roulette as an example. And remember, this applies to every casino game and sports bet. In American roulette, the wheel has 38 pockets, numbers 1 through 36, plus a 0 and a double 0. If you bet a single number, the odds of winning are 1 in 38, so about 2.63%, but the payout is only 35 to 1. That creates a house edge of about 5.26%, which means for every $100 wagered, the casino expects to keep around $5.26 over the long run. European roulette only has 1 0 and 37 pockets, so the odds are slightly better, but still has a house edge of about 2.7%. So over time, these edges guarantee that casinos make a profit, regardless of short-term wins or any system you think you've designed. Another tough pill to swallow is that gambling fuels false confidence. Believe me, I know, that one big win tricks your brain into thinking you can do it again. That winning is normal and not the exception, and it makes you believe you've cracked some secret code or found your edge. But gambling isn't a skill-based way to make money. It's a game of chance designed to exploit your emotions. This is where the gambler's fallacy comes in. The belief that past outcomes influence future events in a game of chance. It creates this illusion of control and keeps players coming back for more. For example, how many times have you stood at a roulette wheel watching the numbers on the board and seen that it lands on black several times in a row? Players will probably think red is due, even though each spin is statistically independent. Casinos massively reinforce this, right? They display the past outcomes, they encourage pattern spotting, they design games to exploit the bias. Slot machines do it too, with near miss outcomes, like almost hitting a jackpot. They are intentionally programmed to convince players they're close, that they just need to keep going. By feeding into the gambler's fallacy, casinos create an addictive cycle where players chase imagined control over uncontrollable events. Think about how gambling feels after a big win. You start to feel invincible, like you're on top of the world, but what about after a loss? You know, that sinking feeling in your gut, that urge to chase what you've just lost? That's how gambling traps you. Again, it's not just about the money. It's about the emotional highs and lows that keep you coming back, even when you know better. Your full-time job shouldn't be a roller coaster where you don't know if you'll make a living that day or end up in life-changing debt. Not only are the odds stacked against you, but when you can lose money doing your work, you spend countless hours chasing what you want, only to end up further away from it. And speaking of hours, let's talk about time. If you're gambling regularly, and if you've watched this far, you probably are, how much time are you spending chasing wins? Hours? Days? And what's your actual return on that time? To the big shot gamblers already typing angry comments about how I'm just bad at gambling and they're different, be honest. If you broke it down, are you even making minimum wage? And even if you are, it's only a matter of time before the odds catch up and you're underwater. Gambling might feel like a shortcut, but in reality, it's stealing your time and giving you nothing in return except debt and broken relationships. It might even be leading you into gambling addiction. But here's something you should know. Gambling addiction isn't a personal failure, it's a system failure. Again, gambling is designed to be addictive. The flashing lights, the near misses, the apps and notifications, everything is engineered to keep you playing. Because the more you play, the more you lose. It's not about you being weak or stupid, it's about the system being manipulative and you holding on to the false belief that it doesn't apply to you. A friendly reminder, it does. Let's get real for a second. Have you ever met a gambler who consistently wins over the long run? Maybe you're thinking of some guy on Twitter selling their picks for $99 a month, taking Venmo and Apple Pay. He's got to be legit, right? And sure, there are stories of people who hit it big, but those stories are exceptions and not rules. The long-term reality is that gambling will always take more than it gives. And if you're counting on gambling to build your future, you're gambling with a life you can't afford to lose. Your relationships are at stake. Gambling isolates you. It pushes you to hide the debt, the losses, and the time spent chasing wins. Over time, it creates distance between you and the people you care about. And that isolation only feeds the addiction, which makes it harder to stop. Ask yourself this honestly. Why are you chasing this big win, and what are you sacrificing to theoretically get there? A big check won't fix the damage. Money doesn't repair broken trust or lost time. For many people, gambling just starts as an escape. It's a way to distract yourself from stress or boredom or pain. But the irony is that gambling only adds to those problems. It creates a cycle where you chase wins to fix the damage caused by losses. And that cycle is nearly impossible to break without outside help. Here's the truth. If you're treating gambling as a way to make money or escape your problems, you're playing a losing game. Gambling isn't freedom, it's a trap. And the longer you stay in it, the more it takes from you. Your time, your money, your relationships, your future happiness. So truly ask yourself this. Is this really the life you want? Constantly chasing wins, losing more than you gain, sacrificing your future for the false promise of a jackpot? Or is it time to take control, get help, and start rebuilding?